I'm Michael David with High on Sun Valley, and it's my honor to be joined by our guest, Olympian Dick Fosbury. Dick, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, great to be here, Michael. I'm really excited because you're holding a copy of my new book. Just came out last month, The Wizard of Oz.
Right. How exciting. A man like you that has quite a few accomplishments to your list. Where's this rank with having a book come out?
Well, it's something that's completely different because Bob Welch and I, the author, he and I worked very closely and really dug out a lot of the story of my family life growing up in Oregon and doing sports, but being a student as well, and just talked about the whole background and how I ended up in Idaho.
Right. So it's not just a book about the 1968 Olympics and the Fosbury flop, which you came up with and revolutionized the sport of high jumping. It's about your life as an athlete, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really a good read. People are really enjoying it. They're comparing it to The Boys in the Boat, which was another great story about athletes from the Northwest.
Right.
But he digs deep into into my character and my family, and really created a story of survival.
Right.
My family had a tragedy when I was a young boy. My brother and I were out riding bikes in the early evening. It was getting dark. We both got hit by a drunk driver. My brother was killed instantly, but I survived. Wow. And so that really is kind of the start of where the journey goes, and going through school and being an athlete, always trying to make the team. And on the track team, I had to create a whole new style of high jumping because I was starting to fail, and I hate to lose. And then after I developed my technique, going on to Oregon State University, primarily to study engineering. Track was a sideline, but it took over and really dominated my life in 1968, making the Olympic team.
Right. And so it was challenges. Was it challenging for you? You're a very recognizable person, but with one of the most recognizable last names now, to open up in this book and really tell some of those stories about your personal life and the tragedies that you faced and how you overcame them?
Well, as Bob and I started working together, he really showed me the way of telling the story, because I've been interviewed 100,000 times and talked about competitions and becoming an Olympian. But as we started to work together, he made it easier for me to really open up and talk about the personal experiences and tell the story of what happens in family relationships and how you struggle to survive, but if you have a good values and a good core, you can really get beyond that and go on and live your life.
Sure.
So it was a challenge, but I really enjoyed the way that he brought things out. He did a lot of background research into the history of Southern Oregon and our culture of sports and in the community, which was primarily logging and fruit industry, and he learned a lot of things, like how the high jump pit actually was developed, going from wood chips to land into a foam pit, which happened about the same time as an amazing coincidence.
So a coincidence, or do you think that was all this stuff was going through your head when you're trying to consciously say, I need to take it to another height, right? Does all of that come into play?
Well, you know, a kid doesn't really pay too much attention, you know, whether you're on the basketball court or the football field. You know what the boundaries are and what the rules are, and you take what you're given. And so in those days, we're running on cinder tracks, red cinders in southern Oregon, and landing in wood chips. And because of the Oregon rain, you know, they'd get packed down. So we had a pitchfork to fluff them up.
Right.
And once Medford was one of the first schools to get a foam pit, which was really a large bag full of mattresses that had been chopped up, and then they throw a big fish net over it so they don't blow over all over the field.
Exactly.
But it was it relieved all of the high jumpers from having to worry about what you're going to land on.
Yep.
Then you just focus on getting over the bar.
Getting over the bar. It sounds like there's a lot of kind of insider baseball in here about you, and I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I'm looking forward to it. You probably talk a little bit about making the Olympic team and all of that. Another challenge, right, for you?
Another big challenge. The games were in Mexico City, at high altitude, over 7,300 feet. The games had never been held there, and so in the United States, we developed high altitude training camps for the different sports. Our training camp was at South Lake Tahoe up on Echo Summit. They carved a track out of the forest.
Wow, to replicate that elevation,
altitude.
Right? Wow.
Yep, and we spent 2 months there training with the top 10 athletes in each of the events.
Wow.
And it really led to the best team ever. But it was a battle because we had 2 Olympic trials. I won the first one in LA at the Coliseum, thought I'd made the team, and then the week of the final trials, the Olympic Committee put up an announcement. They changed their mind to select all of the athletes from that competition.
Wow.
So I had to re-qualify again and pulled out best lifetime performance, jumped 7.3 to place 3rd and make the Olympic team.
You were the 3rd member of the team. Wow.
Yeah.
And the 1968 Olympics are not just known for what you accomplished, which was revolutionary and incredible, but you know, with some of your teammates too. You get into a little bit of that in the book as well?
Yeah, of course. And Bob had interviewed, you know, Tommy Smith, John Carlos, raising their fist on the podium. Our long jumper, jumped 29 2.5, is still the Olympic record.
Wow.
Longest track record in history. And Al Order won his 4th gold medal in the discus.
Discus, right.
Yep. Wyoming Attias was the first athlete, man or woman, to repeat in the 100 meters. So the team was phenomenal, and every day in the Olympic Village, to see the winners come back and the losers, to feel that emotion.
Sure.
High jump was the last day of track and field, so it was a long week going through the demonstration by Smith and Carlos and world-breaking performances.
Sure.
Really exciting.
And while you're there as an individual athlete, you're also part of a team. You mentioned it was the last event. Were you out there rooting your teammates on and leading up to your event?
Well, from the village. This was my first international competition. I'm really a young athlete at age 21, and so I stayed in the village or the practice field, and I never actually watched any other competitions. But they had television set up in kind of a central community area where you could go watch every day and keep up with the performances. So, you know, you're cheering them on and watching amazing performances, but I was really
focused on what you were there for.
What I
Sure.
had to do.
Well, this is so exciting. A story that needed to be told,
Yeah.
I think, and it's fantastic. You also had another kind of cool honor
Event.
Tell us a little bit about the statue.
Well, last month I had 3 reunions, 50th year celebrations. First was in Mexico City
Right.
for the opening ceremonies. That was October 12th. Then the following week, coming back to Oregon State to my alma mater, and they unveiled a new statue of me.
Right.
Bronze statue. Going over the bar, said it's 7'4".
Fantastic.
So I'm the only athlete I've ever seen flying through the air.
A flying statue, right?
Yes, bronze, and the sculptor Ellen Tykeson is just phenomenal. The grace and the flow
Right.
is exceptional. So that's been amazing. And then this week we'll have our last reunion. The track team will be gathering at USA Track and Field annual meeting in Columbus, Ohio. So
that's great.
Great
stuff.
Celebration.
Fantastic. Well, good luck on all that stuff, and congratulations on this recognition that you're so deserving. You know, we're sitting here in front of the Wood River High School banner. How appropriate I think it is too, because you give so much back to the young athletes and young people. Why is that important to you, Dick?
Well, you know, it just fell into my lap. First of all, creating my own technique. I was the only expert on it because
Right.
my coach hadn't really figured it out or designed it. And so I always worked with coaching coaches, and today I still coach athletes, volunteer at the high school and over at the middle school, and I've got a track camp in Pocatello with Simplot Games track camp,
Right.
and I love giving this opportunity to the kids. It's the most rewarding thing that I do.
Right.
I think it's the best thing
fantastic.
in my life. I love engineering. I love my profession. I'm really looking forward to being county commissioner and serving Blaine County, but you know, working with our kids to help them realize their potential
Yep.
is just a great work for me to do.
Well, thank you. We're lucky. We're lucky to have you in this community and the world. Get out there and read this book. Get it.
Where can you get it?
Yeah, local bookstores, I would assume, or
I don't think so, not yet.
Okay, yeah.
But I hope they get them. But dickfosbury.com.
Perfect.
Order it up, and I'll send you a signed copy.
Oh, wow.
You can get your own copy.
Okay,
$25.
You heard it here first. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and thanks so much for being with us, Dick.
You bet.
Good luck on that next challenge too, as a public
big one.
servant too.
Yeah.
But I know you'll do great at it.
Thank you.
My guest has been Dick Fosbury, Olympian and subject of the great book, The Wizard of Foz by Bob Welch. Get out there and buy this book and check out the story. I'm Michael David, keeping my eye on Sun Valley and the Wood River Valley for you.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
As a family doctor, I see patients of all ages with sports injuries and repetitive use problems. I'm Dr. Tom Archie, and I'd like to introduce you to the Class 4 cold laser. I often combine laser with acupuncture and physical therapy to enhance the healing of sore tendons, ligaments, and joints. Research indicates the Class 4 cold laser may speed recovery from concussion as well. It's safe and innovative. Visit us at innerhealthmd.com or call 208-578-4550. Family medicine like it used to be, affordable, personal, and looking to the future.
No matter your taste or personal style, the shopping in Sun Valley has what you need for a day in the mountains or elegant night on the town. From bike sales, rentals, repair, outdoor accessories, and souvenirs to high-end, on-trend fashion and sportwear, including a hip, modern women's boutique, there is something for everyone in the Sun Valley Village. Don't forget about the kids, as stepping foot in the toy store is a dream come true for the little ones. The Sun Valley Village shopping options blend a touch of European style with Main Street USA hospitality, all in a charming mountain town setting.